Well, people, I better sit here and tell you guys what the hell is going on here, see what's happening here. Anyway, we're talking about an asset forfeiture that's going on in New York. Miss James, the New York Attorney General, has filed asset forfeitures and everything on Trump's property in New York because he hasn't paid his bill. He owes $350 million plus interest since the day he lost the case. Even after the Supreme Court, he filed an appeal, and New York Supreme Court, they reduced the amount of money that he owed them, but they never said that he didn't commit the crime. They didn't stop him from saying the crime. They just said, hey, the judgment is a little bit too high, so they reduced the judgment. But he still owes the money. And I guess since he became president, he said, forget you all. I ain't paying you all shit. I'm the president of the United States. Well, Miss James said so. So now they didn't went to court and they they set for asset forfeiture and everything for all his property in New York. Even the Trump Tower, they put a brick on it. the, the, the state of New York, he has that shit in receivership. He tried to hide some of his money. They found out about it. And so the judge said, well, since he's gonna try to hide the money, we gonna we gonna put a brick on some more of his stuff. He can't do nothing about it. He can't file no appeal. He owes the money. So I guess he's hoping that he can get the Department of Justice to do something about it, but shit, they got their damn hands full. Old Pam got her hands full. So he's probably just sitting there thinking that, well, they gonna give it back, but I don't think Letitia gonna give it back. Girlfriend ain't playing. She even went down to Florida and put a brick on that house down there.
On Mar-a-Lago?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
He can't sell it unless he pays that motherfucking brick off. He ain't said nothing. You know, Miss Mouth. No, she can't take the property because with Florida law and everything, you can't. They don't allow him to take his money or anything like that and everything. But she can put a encumbrance and stuff on his property and everything, and put a brick on it. So whenever he sells it, then part of the money that he still owes and stuff, he got to pay that money off before he can get the house sold. he, I told you, he, he messed with the wrong one. Got the wrong one. He messing with the wrong one, kid. Sister girl, she mean, man. She mean evil. She one of them evil sisters. Nigga, you fucking with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. And she just quiet. Well, this is the law, and he owes the money to the people of the state of New York. She act like it was vindictive or anything because she didn't want him to say a word about she's being vindictive. This is vindictive. You owe that money. You better pay it. Oh, oh, Donald. He just oh he just messes and steps in it. The more he try to screw other people around, the more he gets screwed. So I guess his wife and stuff, she's staying in and forfeit your property and she, she may have to get out of the Trump Tower.
Hell, she running from an indictment already, bro.
Hell yeah, I know. But she might not be able to stay in the Trump Tower because the, the state of New York got it in the receivership. They got a brick on it. He telling everybody he done doubled his income. Hell, he ought to be able to pull that 350 plus interest and stuff out of them billions of dollars he done stole. You would think.
Ooh, man, we don't even know what's going on in Trump Towers. They tell us that a bunch of Russians live all up in there and everything else.
I don't think Letitia cares. they they go they done put it in receiverships until they can get it sold. Get some of that money out of it. Maybe some of them Russians will buy it. They got this. They got this golf course, and they put a brick on it.
Damn.
He got a golf course in New York. They got a brick on it. All his bank accounts, they done froze them. All the ones they can find, every money he got in there, they froze. They can't take shit out of him. They might have a fire sale, Ted. You might be able to go up there and put your bid in on the Trump Tower.
I need me a high rise.
Yeah, you need your high rise. You can float down the escalator and tell everybody that you running for president too now. There y'all go. Oh, Mr. Harvey owns the Trump Tower now. It is called Harvey Tower. Take that Trump off there. They put my name on that building. Oh man. Oh, what comes
Ain't nobody
around
bold
goes
enough
around.
with the money to go buy it.
Yeah. And it's surprising he hasn't said anything about her. I guess people who start whooping his butt, he just leave them alone. He don't say nothing about me anymore. He ain't said shit about China no more. He ain't say he ain't put no all these tariffs on them. He ain't opened his mouth about them ever since they was over there in South Korea and they had their meeting. Since they
Well,
got that
according to
meeting,
Bessett yesterday, he claimed that he dropped the 10%. He dropped China tariffs down to 10%.
there you go. That's what I'm saying. He got off of them. They got the hell off of him. And you know why he did it, don't you? He need them precious metals, and China is slow walking him. They slow walking him. They sitting down there, sitting through all kind of process and everything. They got a he got a whole bunch of doors he got to walk through.
Well, Ed, I got a question for you. And I don't like to wear my emotions on my sleeve, but I've been pissed off because we didn't have one murder that we know of that was publicized. Then we got two people in Portland,
Morgan,
Oregon, shot, and and it's obviously these spicy whites don't like what's going on, so they out there protesting. You might have a few black folks out there, And I'm looking at the damn U channels and all that, and reading reports, and a lot of black folks saying this ain't our fight. We should stay out of it. I don't know. You know, as they say, you know, you come for them, they're gonna come for you. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what we should do as far as a people, or you know, and people that are undocumented are here illegally, as far as the law goes. I don't have an answer. I don't be honest with you, because I was looking at the report. I was trying to figure out how many people crossed the border during Trump's era from 2016 to 2020. They said 2.6 million people. How many people crossed the border during Joe Biden's? 5.6 million. Now we know that Joe Biden was a little more lenient. He was giving a lot of people asylum and that kind of thing. And so a couple more million people came over. Now all we hearing is from them is, you know, they got I done heard 15 million, I done heard 20 million people. This is what these Republicans are saying. And I knew that was a lie, because although we have been infiltrated with a lot of immigrants, and I'm talking about people that's been given what they call as TBS or some shit like that, TTP or something, that give them, you know, you got your Somalians, you got your um, Haitians, you got your Afghanistanans, and all these different people. This country is doing a transition. And was it done on purpose? Now, I'm looking at the 80s and 90s. They infiltrated this country with drugs. And even more so now with these other kinds of drugs. But, you know, it was the thing called crack cocaine and coke and all that. In the 70s, it was heavily cocaine and all that. And they have not completely legalized marijuana. But the thing is what I'm saying, bro, is that it's almost like they have set the American people up in so many ways to bring confusion. And I was just thinking, you know, when we were coming up, you know, we had Du Bois, and we had Booker T. Washington was our go-to as far as examples, and Booker T. Washington was all about getting people for, you know, essential workers, training people for trades, and training people for different kinds of jobs, you know, being housekeepers and all that, because we were coming through hard times trying to, you know, get jobs and training people how to act and what have you. Du Bois was about the 10 percenters, you know, getting those people that are extremely smart and bright become doctors, lawyers, engineers, dentists, all of that, professional people. Booker T. Washington was a handshaker with the President of the United States. Du Bois was a handshaker with different kinds of people all over the world. He was a very smart, intelligent person. He wrote all kinds of books, and important books, about telling white folks about black people, trying to lift black people up, saying that we are worth given opportunities. If we get the same opportunities, we can do just as well. And we know that we got a smart 10% people of our country that can help the other blacks. Well, I was just thinking about this and think about what's going on right now, Ed. Um, we know about all the things that went on, but now what is going on now is that you have people, African people. I'm talking about people from other parts of the world that are black. It's this guy. I'm gonna see if you ever heard of him before. His name is Francis, and I think his name is pronounced uh, Fanon, and it's spelled Fanon. And he was raised in another part of the country, but the country that he was in, they spoke French, so therefore he thought he was a Frenchman. He ended up going to school and becoming a psychiatrist. But he has this book that's been out since 1951, 51. He called it The Black Skin White Mass. Black Skin White Mass. And what he went into is a lot of things regarding black people as a whole. And it was almost like E.W. Du Bois was talking about the conscious, the two conscious that we have, subconscious that we have in our mind, the code of black people, knowing how to act around white folks and knowing how to act around black folks. Well, his thing is that he want black folks to act themselves, whoever you are, so that you can be free and happy. But the thing is that he never was under slavery. He never went through Jim Crow, Reconstruction, and enslaved people. So he comments on enslaved people and talking and basically sort of kind of putting black folks down because we had to adapt to the country that we're in, which is the United States. And we adapted to and growed into and fought to get our rights in this country. Now, he went over to France and he was, fought for French war in World War II and was a so-called hero and all that. But he found out that he wasn't treated the same way as the white Frenchman, even though he classified himself as a Frenchman. So I'm saying all this to say this. We have people that are from other countries who are black. They wouldn't classify themselves as black because they would classify themselves, I'm this, I'm that, I'm from France, I'm from this, I'm from there. And so therefore, but they know that their skin color is black or classified as black when they come to this country. So I'm sort of kind of like complex, because we have what we call as ADOS. Have you ever heard of ADOS?
Nope.
It's American descendants of slavery. And it's a big organization that is demanding reparations. And then you have another organization, FBAs, Foundational Black Americans. Now the thing is that what's happening is that what's bringing the divide in this American country is because we got people that know how to adapt, and we have that subconscious, and we coding ourselves to integrate, because that was Martin Luther King's thing. You know, immigration is the whole thing, and that's going to lift the black folks up. Then we have these people like FBAs and Adolfs. They are sort of against, not against white folks, but not for white folks. And they definitely against other black people that come here and think they know everything about America and American history. So there's another person who's passed away about 10 years ago, who was a famous psychiatrist, another black person, two black people. Now this woman was a psychiatrist, and she wrote the book, and I'm gonna name her name. Her name is Frances Cress Welsing, Weising. And she wrote the crust of, hold on just a minute. She wrote the crust of, gotta put on my glasses on this shit. The crust for, damn, I can't even read my damn writing now. But the crust of color and battling the battle of white supremacy. And anyway, her thing is that that white people is only 10% of the population of the world.
True.
And the white folks is basically becoming distinct. They're getting ready to, by 2080, they're going to be pretty much gone. And that's why you have white supremacy, because they're trying to keep their race white. So I'm saying all that to say this. What are we doing here? What are black people doing? We everywhere. You know, we're talking about racism over here. We're talking about separation over here. We're talking about reparations. We're talking about, you know, we are foundational black people. We're the original people in America and all that kind of stuff. And here we are. We can't unify. We can't come together as a people because we got too many ideologies. We got people trying to be Marxists. We got people that want to be communists that are black, socialists. So we got all of these ideologies and all these different things that's going on in our community, and we wonder why we can't lift up every boat in our community. Now, the thing is like they say, if you leave one behind, you can't leave one behind. And the thing is that what's tearing down our happiness, our peace, our joy is because it's too many people at this point that's being left behind. It used to be a struggle to lift up people. You know, we was happy. Oh yeah, come on. You know, it was almost like, hey, you can do it, and we'll reach back and try to help people and whatever and all that kind of stuff. But now Hey, get your own now. It's all about it. Get your own. I can't help you. So that's where we at right now. Everybody's got their own little thing, and we can't seem to get it together. We've had our spokespeople, like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and different people like that, Martin Luther King. But now we're everywhere, and they know it. They know we're a people divided. We are a people divided. So so now the question I guess what I'm trying to figure out, it's hard for me to be, I can have joy. The joy of the Lord is my strength. So therefore I can have joy, but really happiness is on me to be happy, but at the same time I can be um, not depressed, but sort of high anxiety, you know, um, super concerned about this country and children and my grandchildren and other people's children and that kind of thing. So now, because of this knucklehead to come in, there's no unity. A house divided cannot stand here. This is what I'm basically saying. A house divided cannot stand. And right now we are divided. We're divided in religion. We're divided in cultures. We're divided in economics. We're divided. And I have no answers. We can sit here and laugh at Trump and his stupid shit. He's sitting up there talking to these doggone oil people and talking about how great it is and blah, blah, blah. And he looked like a miserable ass cow. But this shit ain't funny. This shit ain't funny. I can't laugh, bro. This shit ain't funny. This shit is crazy. And we got these Congress people ain't doing shit. They trying, some of them, but they ain't got no power. They allowed this jackass back in this office. Didn't take this. They just knew that Kamala was gonna win. No, he can't win no second time around. And here we are. Here we are. And it's worse than what we thought. And we ain't even felt all of it yet.
We have been in a society since 0 AD, even before that, in BC, and we have never got 100% of anybody together. You got people of color right there in the Middle East. They're all the same color. And we got a word for them. They call them sand Negroes. They're all the same color, and they've been fighting for centuries. We got folks in the darkest part of Africa, and they're killing each other daily, slaughtered, genocide. We are never going to get 100% of people together. And we can not only say that about our folks and stuff of color, you can throw the white Europeans and stuff right in that same mix. They're all doing the same thing. They're fighting like all get out now. They got those. They've been fighting over there for a long, long time too. When Hitler was around, he was fighting all them white folks and stuff over there, killing them and doing whatever you want to do with them. You destroy them. So this is a world and stuff and everything, Ted, where no, everybody is not going to come together as one. So that's why you see most people say, well, I got mine. Come on and get yours because, hey, you can only do so much. You can offer it to them. They may not like it. We see people and stuff now, Ted. You offer them, we offer them a chance and stuff and everything to have health care, to be to do whatever they need to do and everything so everybody can be comfortable. But nobody wants to do that. We had a chance there in 2024 in November to get people down there to get what the cabinet would say. I'm going to get all the middle class folks and stuff and everything are going to reap what they need to reap and stuff to keep themselves going, so we can keep that middle class growing. We're going to put money into their pockets and everything so they can buy a home. What did they do? Do it away. Do it away on somebody who went bankrupt 7 times. And he told them, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to bring the prices down the first day. Now, you know damn well that man couldn't bring no daggone prices down the first day that he came in office. He wasn't going to get it done. Anybody had any kind of sense knew there was a lie, but they voted for him anyway. Now we sitting up in there and everything. These folks are starving to death, white and black. Farmers sitting out there in the real estate, they hurting just as bad as these other folks in these blue states are. Don't have any money at all, and he don't give a shit. That's the way we are. We are never going to get everybody all together. We're never going to get everybody in the same accord to do what need to be done. I remember, man, in 2008, our president at that time put up a whole lot of capital to get the Affordable Care Act passed. And we watched it, and I know you did too. People sitting in these daggone meetings and stuff. Yep, he putting the devil on us. He doing this, he doing that to us. He spent a lot of capital, Ted, to get that Affordable Care Act passed. Something that a whole lot of Democrats couldn't get done. I remember Bill Clinton tried to get some health care, universal health care for people and stuff and everything. And man, they crucified his wife because he put Hillary in charge of it. They crucified her. All the way up until 2016, they still crucified her because of that. We don't ever get everybody all together to do anything right. It's never going to happen. That's a pie in the sky. It's never going to happen. You're not going to get 100% of our folks, 100% of white people, 100% of whoever to back up and do what need to be done and stuff and everything that we know is going to help people. We got folks and stuff now sitting down there knowing that there's millions of people who don't have health care right now because they can't afford to pay it. They don't care.
Well, Congress passed it, and it's supposed to go over
It's
to the
not.
Senate.
No, it's not. It's Congress hasn't. Well, the House did.
Yeah.
The House did, but the Senate now has to do it. And then it's still probably not going to make it because guess what? Trump got to sign it. He already said he's going to veto it. So we're sitting
Well, let him
around,
veto it.
and then you have to take it back and override his veto, which will never happen. By the time all that stuff happens, these people are going to be still sitting out there come November of 2026 when the midterm elections happen. They still ain't going to have their daggone money and stuff to help them for their health care. And they don't care. We just can't get people to stand up and everything but what's right, what's good for the folks and good for everybody. We're going to bring people along. It's never going to happen. And with our race, it's the same thing. Matter of fact, a lot of times it's worse. At least I feel it's worse because I'm black. I
Well,
feel it's worse.
people, the thing is, we ain't trying to bring you down or nothing like that, but my little information about these two people, in my opinion, you know, I guess they would call themselves doing something right. I guess Martin Luther King was trying to do something right. He lifting up people and all kinds of things and what have you. And it seems like to me is that the whole thing is that black people all over the world is the lowest drum of the earth. Why do I say that, Ed? Think about it.
Well, not all of us. I think that.
Well, I'm not. I'm talking about as a group. I'm talking about as a as a group because um, even though we are supposed to be descendants from Africa, this is what they tell us, and we know that Africa is not united. And what is it, 54 countries? And the thing, what I'm saying is that, uh, and I'm gonna use this term because that's the only thing that I can relate to. Black America, black people that's been here, descendants from enslaved people. We don't have a country because we don't know where the hell we came from. The best we can do is 7 or 8 generations deep. But you got people here in this country from Ireland, from Europe, and other places know exactly where their people came from.
But remember what you just said in the beginning. Remember what you just said in the beginning. That in 2080, what's going to happen?
Pretty much the white folks, according to her statistics, that they're going to be wiped out.
Okay. So they won't know where they at either. In just a little bit. Most of them won't know where they came from because they're going to be intermingled and stuff with the yellow folks, the red people, the black folks, the brown people. And if you look at them and stuff now, a lot of them look like they already started. It already started. You look at the movies and stuff out there now. You see these white, supposedly quote unquote white folks and everything. They got dark skin, and it ain't because they've been out there in the sun.
I agree.
They intermingling them right now. They're intermingling right now. Black and white is intermingling constantly, intermingling, and there is nothing is going to be pure white anymore. Nothing. And they're not going to even be able to figure out where they came from because they're going to be just as mongrel as we are. So, uh,
That's a good term, Mongol,
yeah,
because
because
that's
we
what
are.
we are.
Right. We mongrels. Because we don't
Even
know.
even
Because
us,
we
even
admit.
us.
Have you looked at us? A lot of us and stuff, Ted. Some of us and
Yeah,
stuff got brown eyes, red, pink eyes, green eyes and stuff and everything. They black as all get out. They got green eyes. I said, man, what the hell is going on here? So we've been intermingled. We mongrels with a whole lot of people. And man, I look at my wife and stuff. My eyes just as brown as all get out. Hazel, she got hazel eyes. I mean, it's damn.
well, one of the things, and I'm gonna take this sort of like political. The one thing that to me is that we got all these different ideologies. You got white wing, left wing. You got your Democrats, Republicans. You got your moderates. You got your independents. You got your um, libertarians, and on and on. And they have we have bought into all of this different kinds of ideologies. You have people that are Marxists and and all that socialists, and we have bought into it. And I think that the selling of what the ideal of what America is really about in my mind, is freedom. But we have gotten into this trying to make, like, if you conservative, that means you're supposed to be a moral person. Well, we know that ain't true. You got a whole lot of conservatives doing a whole lot of bullshit, and there's no morality there. So, you know, they, against all kinds of other things, but this is supposed to be a country for freedom. However, all freedom ain't good. Or all freedom, I shouldn't say all freedom ain't good. I should say all freedom is not good for you, or it shouldn't be um, exploited. And then people can use it against you as a wedge issue. And the goal is so that everybody can be free and live their life the way they want to be. Just like you if you talk about gay people, homosexuals, or you talk about people that like to take drugs and what have you. We got hundreds of thousands of people in jail for drugs, taking drugs, using drugs, selling drugs, all kind of things. You know, they didn't hurt nobody but themselves. They weren't violent to nobody, but they got caught having drugs on them. Then they come out for the worst. So, but this country is supposed to be about freedom. This is what it's supposed to be about. And right now, uh, I was listening to Cohen, the guy from the senator from Texas. I
Yep.
can't think of,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was standing up there talking about, well, we can't deal with immigration and any kind of laws right now because first, we closed the border. Now we got to get them out of here. Then we'll deal with immigration.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sense do that make? You can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Walk and chew gum at the same time. You know, this right here is
People,
BS because they've already projected that in 2026, they total of getting rid of about 80,000 undocumented people. That's their goal, 80,000. That ain't
and,
shit.
and what and just to get ready to say, what percentage and stuff is that of the total amount that's here?
That's what I'm saying. You
Right.
got 30
He hasn't
million
even
undocumented people in this country.
right. It's impossible. So what what you hearing coming out of someone's mouth every day that we hear come out of somebody's mouth, some of that stuff we know is unheard of. It's unrealistic. You can't do that. It's not going to happen. That's why I keep telling you. They say, "When they going to occupy Venezuela? It ain't going to happen. I'm going to go
But
to Greenland. It ain't
but
going to
what's
happen."
but what the sad part is though, Ed, this is the sad part, is that they're making the American people across the nation upset.
Well,
People
they're
are
going to
not
have to.
happy with what they're doing.
Well, they're going to have to realize, and I'm pretty sure that as the time goes by and stuff, we're going to see that where people get their news from and everything won't be the same place that they've been getting their news from. Just like the right wing folks and stuff looked at all of these liberal so-called media places and stuff. Like before, you can look at CNN and they was somewhat liberal. You look at MSNBC, they were somewhat liberal. You can look at a couple other news agencies. You look at 60 Minutes for almost 40 some years and stuff. They were a hard hitting program. You can't believe shit that happens on them right now. Even MSNBC now, you can't believe some of that stuff that happen on there. They just some weak. I used to look at them and say, "Hey, there's a liberal station there and everything. I can listen to them because they're gonna tell me the truth." I can't say that right now.
There you
So
go.
most people and stuff now are getting their news from streaming, and that's how eventually people are gonna be getting their news from. They are no longer gonna be going to ABC because they're gonna go out. They're gonna become non-existent here in just a little bit. ABC, CBS gonna become non-existent because people are not going to go to them for their news. They might go to them to look at their programming for shows and stuff like that. But as far as news, they can forget it. They might well just go to a complete programming station and stuff. Just play uh, the latest movies and or sitcoms or TV series and stuff, and that's it. And try to get people to come and watch their stuff that way, because that's where it's going to. Because most people are listening to their news. You go to some of those news things and try to go online and stuff to see them. If they got 200, 300,000 people watching their show, they lucky. Now you got people streaming and stuff and everything, got a million viewers. They got a million subscribers because people are coming to them and they're realizing that this is where they're going to get their news from. Now, Fox News is still going to have that old audience out there in the red states. They're still going to keep that audience because that's where them people are. That's where they get their news from, and that's how Fox has been able to stay on top because they got these people out there in the red state. But you don't see a whole lot of people and stuff and everything out there in these blue states or whatever listening to Fox News. They're looking at, they get their news out of streaming.
Well, bigotry and prejudice and hatred and all of that is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So therefore, as long as you showing, or every once in a while you put in the code word for it, or you just flat out use it, those type of people, they love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but and going back to what you were saying, as far as that goes, I'm not happy with cable. You know, you got your CNN. They're not doing nothing, much of
Right.
nothing
I guess that
now.
is.
Yeah,
I don't go to them because they became a conservative channel. Everybody is trying to follow Fox News. Fox News got people coming to watch them, and they sit there and they go into that conservative bent. Everybody wants to be conservative. They want to stay there conservative, so that's where they are. And so they're trying to get the audience from Fox News instead of going out there and trailblazing and try to get the other stuff. That's because the people who got the money have bought those medias and stuff out, and they are never going to let them get liberal stuff onto their station unless somebody else owns them.
well,
Somebody,
here's the thing that I'm thinking of. Think about this. When news. We you and I, especially we look at all of these news feeds. That's in writing, as well as different videos and that kind of thing. However, you can't trust them now because you got AI.
absolutely
I saw Rachel Maddow,
right. And they
not
and they
AI,
and they
bro.
got people. They got people. They
She
have
doing AI.
artificial intelligence creating her show.
Yeah, she doing AI.
No, she's not doing it. Somebody else is doing it.
Yeah,
They're doing it and stuff, and they're gathering up an audience and stuff to listen to AI. Her voice sounds just like her, like Rachel Maddow. They got her looking almost absolutely real, but you have to look at who is producing it. If you don't see MSNBC now down there below her name, or Rachel Maddow sitting down there below that show and everything, you can almost be assured that it's being produced by artificial intelligence. And there's a whole lot of them out there who are doing it. Artificial intelligence. And people are following this artificial intelligence because they don't realize that AI and stuff now is taking over a lot of your media outlets that we use, a lot of our streaming stuff like YouTube, they have AI has completely taken it over. I have to be, I have to usually I can just go there and see somebody and put they name in there and everything, and shoot, man, I can they all they stuff will pop up. Now I have to go and and be rigorous about that, and I have to use a different algorithm and everything because they can figure out how to hijack the algorithm that YouTube uses and stuff to bring people's content on. So they done figured the algorithm out. So anytime you go in there and you put this name in there and stuff, then they got an algorithm and stuff that takes you to their AI stuff. And a lot of times, Ted, that stuff is believable, man. It
Yeah,
sounds, whoa, man, it sounds good. Because I've listened to Rachel Maddow and stuff and said, man, that sounded good. And then after I get about a third of the way through it, I realized this shit ain't real.
that's right. And
But
a lot of people are not up on it, and they'll sit there and they'll listen to whatever they listen to, whoever they're listening to, and it's not real. The question is this: is that the dumbing down of America? And when I say dumbing down, meaning that not the people are dumb, it's just that propaganda, misinformation, it's out there, bro.
it's out there.
And we, as a people, as a country, is sitting here. Everybody's complex. Everybody's trying to figure out things, what's going on. And so I don't know how we're going to get through this. And I know that AI is running out because it's really duplicating itself. Because really, garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah, yeah, but as as AI becomes as they bring this content and stuff to you with AI and stuff, they becoming more and more better and stuff and doing it. So right now, if you want to try to get original broadcasting and stuff from people and everything, you have to. I mean, you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get it done. Because once they get the algorithm and stuff in there, you can put Rachel Maddow's name in there, and it's probably going to pop up. It's be very hard to be able to find an original out there. Very hard.
Well, people, the thing is, and I'm gonna say this is that there are a lot of people out there that like to look at news
Hmm.
and read the newspapers and online and all that stuff. And people are hungry for information. People are really hungry for information, and then you got a lot of people that just gave up and don't give a shit. And so, therefore, I was listening to this person who was saying, that if we don't reach these 90,000 people that's not engaged, and the reason why they're not engaged is because they're not talking to them.
There's a
The
way to get
Democrats
them
are
to
not
them.
talking to them.
There's a way to get to them. It's just going to take some work. It's a way to get to those 90 million people, but it's going to take some work, a lot of work, and a lot of effort on someone's part to do that. And it's not going to happen overnight. Somebody's going to have to make a concerted effort to get to them, and it's going to have to be almost a manual thing,
I don't
manually
know how
get
you're
to
going.
them.
I don't know how you're going to do it here because
I
you
got an
know
idea how to do it. I have an
you
idea
got
how
an
to do it.
idea.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
keep it to yourself because you might can commoditize it.
Yeah, I know how to get it done. It's going to take a lot of manual work though to do it. A lot of manual work.
I'm telling you, bro,
Yeah,
this
a
stuff
lot.
here is it's weird, bro. I mean, it's a sad day in America, you know, as far as and you can tell by uh, the spirit of the country is he I hate to put it on one man, and he got his cohorts and all that, assisting him. But I'm telling you, bro, this is a sad state right now. I mean,
It
not
is.
because it's so violent or so this or so that, or, of course, the policies are horrible and all that. That right there helps it. But it's the spirit, the people is pretty much is just like walking around like zombies. Hey, I got to go get my groceries. I got to pay my bills. I got to do but the spirit is not there, and everybody's their enemy.
Well, we got about the end of the show, Ted. I want to change the subject just slightly. How about them hurricanes?
Woo! Some lucky dogs, boy.
They surprised me, man. Them hurricanes surprised me. They surprised me, buddy. They,
Boy, that quarterback from Mississippi
they came
State,
in.
boy, was pretty good.
They playing. Them boys is out there doing it, brother. I thought they had lost that game and stuff and everything. Them boys came back and won that game. Woo-wee. How
But
about them
you got to give
hurricanes?
it to Mississippi, though, man. I didn't think they was that good.
Well, did they beat it? Did they beat Georgia? That boy, that Chambliss and stuff, their quarterback on Mississippi, they just gave that boy a raise. He pulling them, I think, $4 or $5 million now a year to play for Ole Miss, and they trying to get him to come back instead of going in the draft.
I
They trying to
would.
keep him there. They gonna already spend some money on. They showed him sitting out there. He got went out there and bought him a brand new house and everything, man, big old mansion and stuff. He's spending that NIL money. I know that old
That
coach is.
quarterback from Miami, what he about 25, 26?
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to have been in the draft last year, but he said because his stock hadn't went up and everything. But now, if he wins their championship, he's looking at number one. He's looking at being in the first round draft pick.
All I got to say is that is a very fortunate guy. That is unbelievable how he won that game
Yep,
and
and
then
he and it,
walked in on that
and
last
walked
touch
in and walked in. Matter of fact,
with the
when he
ball
found the opening,
down on
when
his
when
legs.
he found the opening, he looked over there and said, "This can't be true. Ain't nobody. Wasn't nobody over there." He just
He,
walked on in. Do 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 do.
that boy, that boy. But here's the thing though. He had some freshmen and a running back. I mean, them dudes was balling.
Well, that wide receiver they had, that little
Yeah,
rascal, they said he should have been still in high school.
yeah.
The little wide receiver who ran, I think that third touchdown he ran and stuff. They said that boy should have been still in high school.
That boy, he was
He
unbelievable.
he a little fire plug, man. He's as fast as all get out. They couldn't do nothing with him. Matter of fact, at the end of the game, I don't know if you noticed it and stuff, they double teamed that boy. Sometimes they had three people on him to keep him from getting that ball, because they did not want him to break their backs. I had to bring that up because
Well, the
they
game is
surprised
tonight, bro.
they surprised me. They
They claim
surprised
that
me.
Indiana is gonna win this game tonight.
We'll see. We shall see if they're going to be tough enough to do it. If they do, they'll be the first number one seed since they started this 12-team thing to make it into to the championship game.
Is
Because
that
in the
right?
past, yeah, in the past, man, all those seeds, the 1 through 4 seeds, they always lost. Indiana then broke the mold.
All they gotta win is this one.
Yeah, if they win in this game tonight and stuff, they're gonna be done really broke their mold, because those number 1 through 4 seeds, they always lost it in the first when their round came every year for the last 3 years. Interesting. I'm gonna watch that Miami game. I don't care who they play. I'm gonna watch them because them boys. Hey man, I got to get them a I got to get them a high five. But Ted, they did that boy bad. when they threw him out for that targeting thing. The Miami
The
kid, yeah,
number
he,
6. Yeah, I didn't see.
yeah,
I missed that because I think I
yeah.
walked
They
away.
uh they
I
they
missed
called
it.
target on him and stuff and everything, but they had this kid and stuff on Ole Miss. I think in the second quarter, he hit this kid and stuff and everything, the wide receiver, and he put his helmet on him. I mean, he hit him a heck of a lot worse than what the number 6 did, and that was truly that wasn't. Nah, that was some bull crap there. I believe they wanted Miami to lose that game. Somebody had some money on it. You need to watch these games because a lot of times, man, these referees and stuff, man, and they can make them critical calls and stuff and change the
Oh,
whole
they was
game.
man. The last 10 minutes, man. It seemed like they was calling a doggone flag, throwing a doggone flag every for the last 10 minutes of the game. They was throwing flags all over the place.
Hey, those referees can change the game, man. They can do certain things, man, to change the whole complexion of the game. Because there's a lot of money on them games still, and somebody been paid. I can tell you that right now. They didn't want Miami to win that game. They did not want
I
Miami to
saw
win
my
that
boy
game.
there.
Huh?
I saw my boy there from Texas, from Dallas, Mike
Oh yeah,
Irvin.
yeah. Urban's always there. He been every game. Him, Lewis was there, and then they had the running back there. He was there. Honorary captains. Man, what's that guy's name? He played with Miami and stuff, and he went on into to the pros as a running back. Corcoran or something. I forgot his name. Anyway, he was there also. Good game. I had to bring that up, man. Anyway, people, you guys have a good day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, watch our show. Bye bye.